S9.
What's good, S9 family? Rise and shine all the time with S9. Stay on the grind, guys. You guys know how this goes. We do this every single time. We're doing another recap of a big trade that occurred on Friday, May 23rd, y'all. So we showing you guys a big recap. We dang near made 10K. We didn't make exactly 10K. We dang near made $10,000, chat. And I'm showing you guys how we did it. Like, I'm showing you guys a good amount of how we did it, guys. If you want the real sauce, go ahead and get on the Discord. But other than that, guys, let's go ahead and show you guys a good amount about what we did. So we did a lot of things, right, guys? So I can go ahead and, remove certain drawings, etc., guys. But we did a good amount of things, y'all. It worked out perfectly at the end of the day. It worked out literally perfectly at the end of the day, guys. And how we went ahead and, went about this exact move, guys. We literally hit a 1 to 5 or like a 1 to 4 point some, guys, right? 4.97. The reason why we went for this move, guys, is you guys got to look at Thursday, right? And, obviously this move was done before market open, by the way, just to let you guys know. It was done before market open at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? 7:41 a.m. or 7:43 a.m. actually. And then it ended at, about 8 o'clock. So it's only about a 13, 14-minute move, guys. And we're showing you guys exactly how we did it, So a good amount of, you guys got to obviously create a bias, right? So you guys got to create a bias. You got to look at the different time frames for this kind of exact zone. If we look at Thursday, though, let's go ahead and find where exactly market open, which should be 6 o'clock p.m. at Eastern Standard Time. For Thursday, guys, because this move was pre-market at the pre-New York Standard session time. We're just waiting for a trade, guys. At the end of the day, you guys gotta wait for your setup to work and wait for it to go, guys. We knew today was a high risk day. We already wanted to risk a lot. I already wanted to risk a good amount on this trade on just this last day of the week, because this week we're up a lot, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you all. We're up a lot this week, like a lot. We're up a lot this week, so I just had to make a decision. We had to make a decision about how much we want to risk and everything like that. So we made that decision, and we knew that we are going to risk a good amount this trade. It's good if we lost a good amount, because we're ready to go ahead and take the repercussions for the losses, guys, right? So as you guys should know, guys, understand that you should know how much you're losing and winning, guys, and how much is coming up at the weekend, and then everything like that. Your week should maybe most likely be green, unless you took 2 trades and you're over the week or something like that, and you lost both those trades for the day or something like that, right? So 2 losing days, and then you're just off for the week, right? Don't revenge trade, don't just spam trades, etc., right? So that's not really what this video is about. Let's go ahead and just recap the trade. We looked at the day. As you guys can see, this is when session opened. Not too much movement. Maybe you're thinking about a good amount of movement before Tokyo session starts. A good amount of movement did not happen, as you guys can see. So Asian session, Asian session started and everything like that. This is a pretty nice move at 650. Obviously he's trying to start that 7 o'clock move, because at 7 o'clock is when Tokyo officially opens, I believe. And yeah, market opens a little bit later on after that, though, just like, everything else, like New York and everything else that's, occurring and all of that, guys. So we did it out. A good, pretty big move. Not the biggest, right? Went ahead, rejected, guys, right? As you guys can see, it rejected that fully, literally. It rejected this drop, etc. This was a 3-point liquidation move, though, so this was a trade that you could actually hit if you followed one of our methods, right? So you could have actually hit that. Went ahead. You could have probably hit this one as well, only because there's no, I'm not going to explain too much about it. It's just breaker structure has been fully rejected, and everything else, has showed us by the buy side auctions and everything like that, just the demand being too much. It showed us why we needed to go for buys right here for a break of structure from this, end right here, and just to reject this order block right here. So as you guys can see, it rejected the order block in the 3-minute. If you check, some people don't check 3 minutes, guys. We don't really check 3 minutes as well, but you got to take everything into account and your mentality when you're actually trading, right? So let's go ahead and go back. Pretty big zone, etc. A lot of consolidation. I'm like, damn, what is happening today, bro? A lot of consolidation jump. Pretty nice move, no break. Keep on happening, jump a good amount. As you guys can see, our entrance is always working. It's worked twice so far, right? So pretty high interest for this exact trade, right? This is a straight A move, guys. Straight A move right here up. Straight A move right here up. Only because interest is working out perfectly, guys. And that's a good supply and demand kind of zone that you guys can take. And, you just got to understand when exactly the buys are getting filled in and everything like that. We mentioned everything like that with the S9 method. A lot of people obviously try to buy right here only because of break of structure, fair value gap. They're thinking is going to get filled, etc. It didn't work out. As you guys can see, you guys have been rejected right here. You know, we don't exactly use fair value gaps and everything like that, guys, right? So there's a lot of rejections for these fair value gaps. Like this one has been rejected, this buy side, this sell side has been rejected as well. Oh no, actually this one kind of worked out, He just went to the top of this fair value gap, so you would have maybe been like right on the dot of getting rejected before a pretty big move. You just, you know, or etc. Right? You wouldn't have had as much of a good move at the end of the day, right? Finally, something happens. I was asleep at these times, guys, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We were asleep for this big sell-off. We were asleep for the buy-off. It was 1 a.m. We're asleep for this sell-off, which is crazy, which is 2 a.m. Worked out exactly with a 3-point liquidation move of the S9 method, guys. Literally worked out, guys. It literally worked out perfectly, bro. You don't understand, bro. If I hit this and then that and then another one, I can hit 3. Like this day on Friday, guys, it was crazy day. If y'all stayed and watched, y'all, lock in, bro. I'm not even trying to ear rape y'all right now, chat, but y'all got to understand how many trades we could have took, but I missed it because we slept, chat, right? So let's keep on going, right? Pretty big move that we missed. Barely any drawdown. And then it went up, and then, you know, etc., right? You got to look at past markets, everything like that. This, you know, certain demand zones worked out, everything like that, right? Certain supply zones worked out as well because there's too much of it, and they just had to fill in those sellers, right? So bears started winning finally. Started winning right here. It's 5 a.m. I'm like, damn, it's 5 a.m. and I see this crazy move, chat. Like, I'm like, dang, I just missed a big move, right? I finally wake up though, guys, at 6 a.m. You know, let's go, you know, skip this up a little bit. 5:40 or something like that, I wake up. I see this crazy move occurred. It's about 5:40 something right here. I get up, you know, you got to get up, everything like that, get dressed, whatever. Trade, pretty nice trades, etc. right here. This is a nice sell-off. This would have been an interest as well, based off the 3-point liquidation move and, you know, the other S9 methods. Like, you guys see a lot of B+ setups right now, chat. So we keep on waiting it out. A big sell-off happened right here. We did not enter this. That's on me that I didn't enter, guys, but at the end of the day, you know, I was getting ready and everything like that. I've seen a lot of consolidation, breakout, etc., right? We didn't enter, right? It happens. But we entered this right here, guys, as you guys can see. There was a lot of scams too as well, guys. I'm not going to say there was no scams. There was a lot of finesses right here. There was a lot of Schnein activity happening right here by the markets. Thank God we don't get Schnein, guys. We Schnein. You know what I'm saying, chat? So, you know, we refer to you guys as Schneins now, guys. No, you know, no bad thing and no bad words involved in that, right? It's just called Schneins, guys. You know, we make money together and we do everything together, guys, like the S9 family is. All right, y'all? We went ahead and did it though, guys. Finally, after, you know, a good amount of liquidation and finesses, everything like that, finally our move occurs. It worked out generally perfectly, order block, etc., BOS, etc. Everything, literally everything worked out, y'all, except one part of the S9 confluences, right? All of our confluences worked out with our S9 confluences. It's just one didn't work out. It's all good. A+ setup at the end of the day. It's still an A+ setup only because literally you have no drawdown. We knew we were going to get a good hit. We just didn't know it was going to be this big. I knew it was going to be a good amount. Maybe not this big. Maybe a 1 to 3 I was expecting. But, you know, we hit a 1 to 4.97, guys. So, basically a 1 to 5, right? This was a $660 risk right here. We hit about 3,300, right? Let's go ahead and just, you know, $660 risk, guys. We hit basically times 5. A little bit less, guys. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't get too much into semantics, etc., right? Let's not get too much into it. But at the end of the day, we hit this trade. It worked out literally perfectly. No drawdown literally on this trade. These are the days that you kind of, you know, as traders, we look for, right? And it worked out. A+ setup hit. I'm not scared of risk because I've already had a big buffer for this week. We're so up this week. $660 trade, guys. We went ahead, got it on 5, got it times 5, which is 3,300 basically, guys, right? 4.97. We got out. We drag stop finally right here. There was too much. You know, they're trying to be buying pressure. There was no demand right here, though, so it couldn't work out, right, guys? So selling pressure worked out, etc. It perfectly aligned, so I just had to keep on dragging down. Finally, my stop has been hit right here. My stop had gotten hit, right, guys? Now my take profit, I dragged my take profit a lot down. I'm not going to lie to you guys because how I was looking at it, this was too much selling pressure, guys, for the buys to go ahead and try to win all of a sudden, right? Obviously, we get scared at some moves. I was scared at, you know, these certain times. I wasn't really too scared because I was still winning 1 to 3 plus, right, guys? So You guys got to understand, when I know how much I'm risking, when I know how much we're making, etc., it's all good, you know, guys. Like, at the end of the day, it's a winning day. It's a pretty big day because you guys got to understand, even though we made 3,300, we made it on 3 accounts, guys. So 3,300 times 3 is 9,900, guys. A little bit less than that because it's 4.97, not 4. Not a, 1 to 5. Technically, it is a 1 to 5 because you know how TradingView is, guys. You guys know how that goes with Trader Weight and TradingView when it stops you out and hits your, stop loss, etc. when you drag it down, right? You guys know how that goes, right? So technically, guys, this trade basically, we hit it about, at the end of it all though, but, for the end of the day, it was $9,936 exactly, right? So we hit a big trade, y'all. 1 to 5 got hit, as you guys can see. Shout out to everyone that's been, rocking with us and everything like that on the Discord. We have giveaways all the time there, everything like that. Shout out to the S9s, guys. Have a great time and stay on the grind with S9, guys. You guys know how this goes. See you guys, man. We're about to be out, guys. Perfect trade has been hit right here. 1 to 4 in literally 13 minutes, guys. 1 to 4.97. 1 to 5. Let's just say that, y'all. In 13 minutes, bro. 13 minutes, chat. Can't get no better than this, bro, with no drawdown, chat. So see you guys, bro. Stay safe, man. I don't know if I will trade this week, guys. Peace.